For over 2 decades, Kelly Ripa has been an indelible part of our daily routine. She invited us into her world, sharing glimpses of her vibrant family life with Mark Consuelos and their 3 wonderful children. Their love story has always been the stuff of Hollywood legend, a whirlwind romance that began on the set of All My Children and blossomed into one of the most enduring and admirable partnerships in entertainment. We've watched them grow, celebrate milestones, and navigate the complexities of fame with grace and humor. Kelly's energy was infectious, her commitment to her show unwavering, and her connection with her audience unparalleled. We felt like we knew her, like she was a part of our extended family. The very idea of her stepping away from the spotlight, from the show that had become synonymous with her name, seemed unthinkable. But fate, as it often does, had a different plan, a plan that would test the very foundations of her world and the unbreakable bond she shared with her husband. The first whispers began subtly, a slight shift in her usually boundless energy, a fleeting moment of distraction noticed by keen-eyed fans. Then came the occasional missed day on Live, attributed to minor ailments or family commitments. But for those who had followed Kelly's career so closely, these small anomalies felt significant. Something was brewing beneath the surface, a personal struggle that the ever-private Kelly was trying to keep shielded from the relentless glare of the public eye. Rumors, as they always do, began to circulate, everything from new career opportunities to personal disagreements. But the truth, when it slowly began to emerge, was far more profound and heartbreaking than any tabloid speculation could have imagined. Her impending farewell wasn't born of ambition or fatigue. It was born of a love so deep, so encompassing, that it demanded an unimaginable sacrifice. A choice had to be made, and Kelly, with a heavy heart, made the ultimate one. The genesis of this heartbreaking decision lay in a private struggle that had been unfolding within the Ripa Consuelos household for some time, Mark's quiet, yet increasingly debilitating, health issues. Mark Consuelos, known for his robust health, his chiseled physique, and his equally vibrant energy, had been battling a series of undiagnosed, chronic ailments that had slowly but surely begun to erode his quality of life. The details, kept fiercely private by the couple, painted a picture of baffling symptoms, countless doctor visits, and an agonizing search for answers. This wasn't a sudden, acute crisis, but a relentless, insidious drain on his health, impacting his ability to work, to travel, and even to fully engage in the family life he cherished so deeply. Kelly watched, helpless and heartbroken, as her energetic husband slowly became a shadow of his former self. The strength she usually drew from him, she now had to provide in abundance. This silent battle became their shared burden, a secret weight that pressed down on their seemingly perfect lives. As Mark's condition continued to perplex medical professionals, the physical toll began to manifest in subtle ways, noticed only by those closest to him. The relentless fatigue, the unexplained pains, the periods of overwhelming weakness, these were the unseen enemies Mark was fighting daily. For Kelly, it was a waking nightmare. To see the man she loved, her anchor, her partner in crime, struggling so profoundly, pushed her to a breaking point. She became his fiercest advocate, spending countless hours researching, consulting specialists, and tirelessly supporting him through every test and every setback. Her boundless energy, usually poured into her morning show, was now almost entirely dedicated to his well-being. The laughter and effervescence she projected to millions each day became a carefully constructed mask, hiding the deep worry and exhaustion that clouded her private hours. The realization slowly dawned on her that something drastic had to change. Her career, her passion, her daily connection with us, all of it felt secondary to the most important mission of her life, getting Mark well again. Almost imperceptible animation of a heart rate monitor line or gentle shimmering lights that could represent hope and healing. A close-up, warm-toned image of Kelly, looking hopeful but still carrying a trace of weariness. The decision was agonizing, born out of many sleepless nights and tearful conversations. Kelly knew, with absolute certainty, that Mark needed her undivided attention. He needed a dedicated caregiver, an emotional bedrock, and a relentless champion by his side, free from the demands of a grueling daily television schedule. Her demanding job, which required early mornings, constant travel, and an always-on personality, was simply incompatible with the intensive care and support Mark required. With a heavy heart, she decided to step away from Liv, to sacrifice the career she adored, the platform she had built, and the daily connection with her audience, all for the man she loved more than life itself. This wasn't a choice made lightly. It was a profound act of love, a testament to vows exchanged decades ago. It was a commitment to, in sickness and in health, made manifest in the most public, yet deeply personal way. The news of her impending departure sent shockwaves through the industry, but few understood the true, heartbreaking reason why. A bright, hopeful shot of a sunrise or a ray of light breaking through clouds. Then a quick transition to a vibrant, energetic photo of Kelly Ripa, perhaps from a recent appearance, looking radiant and refreshed. Text overlay, the emotional farewell. The day of her final broadcast was charged with an almost unbearable emotional tension. The studio audience, many of whom had followed Kelly for decades, knew something momentous was about to happen. Her co-host, visibly moved, struggled to maintain composure. When Kelly finally addressed the camera, her voice thick with emotion, yet resonating with an undeniable strength, a collective hush fell over the room and over living rooms across America. She spoke of her profound gratitude, her love for her audience, and the incredible journey she had shared with them. Then, with tears streaming down her face, she began to explain the deeper reason behind her departure. It wasn't about seeking greener pastures or slowing down for herself. It was about stepping into a new, equally vital role. She spoke of Mark's battle, her voice wavering with a mix of sorrow and fierce devotion, and her unwavering commitment to his health and healing. Every word was delivered from the heart, leaving not a dry eye in the house. It was a raw, honest, and utterly heartbreaking confession, but it also contained a surprising twist. A split screen or quick cuts between Kelly's emotional farewell on live, if footage is available and permissible, or a recreated scene, and close-ups of audience members looking visibly moved, wiping away tears. The focus should be on the emotional impact. Then, a close-up of Kelly's face, looking tearful but also with a hint of a quiet strength, as if revealing something profound. What followed her initial, tearful explanation was a twist that transformed the narrative from one of pure sadness to one of profound inspiration. After revealing the heartbreaking reason for her departure, Mark's ongoing health struggles and her decision to dedicate herself fully to his care, Kelly paused, took a deep, shaky breath, and then a faint, hopeful smile touched her lips. "But this isn't an ending," she declared, her voice finding its strength. "It's a new beginning, not just for us, but potentially for many others." She went on to explain that through their grueling journey, they had discovered a cutting-edge medical treatment, a pioneering approach that held immense promise not just for Mark, but for countless others battling similar enigmatic conditions. Her sacrifice wasn't just about stepping back, it was about stepping forward hand in hand with Mark to champion this new hope, to raise awareness, and to fund research that could change lives. The room erupted in a mixture of applause and tears as the true, inspirational depth of her sacrifice became clear. This new mission quickly became Kelly's driving force. Her departure from live wasn't a retreat into private sorrow, but an energetic pivot towards advocacy and philanthropy. She and Mark, now united in a shared purpose, became vocal champions for this groundbreaking medical research. They leveraged their platform, their connections, and their personal story to raise millions, bringing vital attention and funding to a field that had previously been overlooked. Kelly, with her characteristic dynamism, founded a nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting families affected by chronic, undiagnosed illnesses, providing resources, emotional support, and financial aid. Her goodbye from morning television wasn't the end of her public life, but the beginning of a powerful new chapter, one where her influence would be wielded for a cause far greater than entertainment. The heartbreak of her farewell transformed into a testament to her profound love and incredible capacity for good. And as Mark's health slowly, steadily began to improve, a final, incredible surprise unfolded, bringing their journey to a truly emotional peak. As the months passed, and with Kelly's unwavering dedication,